Country Girl here, and we are going to be talking about my September favorites. So it is September 26th right now, and I can't believe that fall is officially here. And I'm so excited because what a great time of year, right? It's like I got to finally wear a warm sweatshirt, and I got on my crazy funky leggings, and I'm ready to snuggle up. And all I want to do today is curl up under a big comfy blanket and watch movies with my kids. My daughter has been requesting to watch When in Rome, which is one of our favorite movies. So I told her, let's get our schoolwork done fast and we'll make some hot chocolate and we'll snuggle up under a blanket and watch When in Rome. So I'm super excited. We want to spend some quality time because I leave on Thursday for the Young Living Silver Retreat in Utah. And this is going to be the first time, my daughter's 9, and I have never left her other than like for maybe a couple hours. I think once when I was doing a horse training thing, I left her for a couple hours with a babysitter. Neither of my kids have ever been left. That was the one and only time. No, I'm sorry. We did that twice. So, but other than that, like I've never been gone for an extended period of time from my kids. And my husband's nervous because he's like, okay, now I have to take care of all the animals and everything too. And it's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, welcome to my world, baby. I'm a busy stay-at-home mama. There's always something going on. So it'll be interesting and it'll be fun, but we want to have some snuggle time because they both have cried already about me leaving, and I still have a ways to go before I leave. So it's going to be hard. Keep me in your prayers because it's going to be hard for me too. But anyways, I wanted to get to my September favorites. So I have a lot of Young Living things this month. And I know you guys know I use Young Living, and some months I just feel like I need it so much more and I use so much more. And I've also been kind of expanding some of the things I've never tried before. So there are quite a few of those, but there's a couple other things in there as well that I want to share with you. So we went to Disneyland a couple weeks ago. And as you guys know, when I go to Disneyland, I have a whole different regime of Young Living stuff that I use. So one of the things that we have to have is our Ningxia Red. Now these are the little 2-ounce pre-done package. So you just pull off the top and drink up. And that is so convenient when we are on the go because I would just stick 4 or 5 of these in our stroller bag every day. And that way I could just pop them out and we could take them during the day, or if we needed an extra boost, we'd take another one, as well as the Nitro. We actually use the Nitro quite a bit when we're at Disneyland. It's not something we generally use. My husband will use it once in a while, but it's something that when we're at Disneyland, we need that extra oomph. We definitely do that. Okay, so the other thing is we have Digest and Cleanse. Now for me, this is a must-have because we are eating a bunch of stuff that we normally don't eat. I stayed pretty good to eating salads and things that, you know, were better for me, making better choices and not eating so much junk, and that really did make a big difference this time. But I still use the Digest and Cleanse just to help me throughout the day, just keep my system all good. And the other thing we use is Inner Defense. Now, Inner Defense is a great one because it's just going to help support our immune system and keep us above that wellness line and keep us healthy. So my husband and I will take the Inner Defense. I take the Digest and Cleanse, and my kids do just the roll-on oils for their issues that they have. So that's pretty much it. Oh, here was the Nitro. I did grab a Nitro. So these are the Nitros that we use when we're at Disneyland. And it just helps, gives us some energy as well as keeps us like support healthy, full of antioxidants. The other thing we used a lot at Disneyland was the PanAway. Now, I actually had this in a roll-on as well. But I would also like just dilute it in the roll-on and roll it on my kneecaps, like the front, around my kneecap and on the back and on the bottom of my feet, as well as on my back and my shoulders too. So it really helps. My husband has a lot of lower back soreness because of his job and just what it requires him to do. He has a lot of lower back soreness from just his job. And so he definitely was needing that. All this time walking and all that kind of hurt his back. So I was applying that constantly throughout the day for him to keep him feeling better. And I did notice a big difference when I put on the PanAway in the morning before we started going. I noticed a lot less soreness than if I waited till I started feeling sore. So keep that in mind if you guys are like, if you know you're gonna be doing something that's gonna be a little more exerting on your body, it's a good idea to put it on before so that way it actually is like preventing from the soreness ever setting in. So I love that. The other thing that this was a new one for me to try was the Wolfberry Eye Cream. Sorry, it's not focusing. I'm not sure what's going on. So this is the Wolfberry Eye Cream from Young Living, and it is awesome, guys. Now, it's a little container. It is tiny. However, you don't need that much. You just put a tiny little bit on and dab it, and I have noticed a big difference in just like the softness and the like wrinkliness. I was saying the other day, I'm like, okay, so September 26th, so in 2 months, I'm gonna be 40. I need all the help I can get. So I love this Wolfberry Eye Cream. I'm super excited. I want to try the sheer loom, but I haven't done it yet because it's pretty expensive, and I absolutely love the face serum I make with my essential oils. And I've tried other things, and just nothing works as good as some of the homemade stuff that I make, that I just incorporate the essential oils into to give it like an extra boost. And I love that. So that was it. One of the other things I'm enjoying is the Mint 2B. Now this is the Brazen Raisin. And for some reason, I think this is disconnected, discontinued, or it was just out of stock. This is the Mint to Be by Red Apple Lipstick, and it is their lip gloss, and it's called Mint to Be because it has a little bit of peppermint in it, so it's kind of like a little bit tingly, but it's such a pretty fall color, and since we're getting into our fall sweater weather, I wanted to start sporting that one. It's what I have on right now. I love this one. So I always hate that little scar there. It makes my lipstick look like can't stand the lines. All right, so one of the other things is, and I wish I knew the name brand of this one. I picked this one up at Marshall's. If you ever shop at Marshall's and you kind of know how it works, they will have items out, and if they've basically been there for, I don't know what their predetermined amount of time is, but if it's been there for a while, then they mark it to clearance, and they could bring in the exact same item and it would be full price, but the one that's been there for a week will be marked down to clearance. And I think that's kind of crazy, but there's been a lot of times where I picked one container up and it was clearance, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a good price. And I grabbed the other one and I'm like, oh, it's not clearance. And I'll ask them, they're like, well, this one has been here for too long, so it got marked to clearance, and this one we just got. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this water bottle was marked to clearance for $8. You can still see some of that red sticker that I need to use some lemon oil and get that off. And it's double walled, and I love it because it's metal. I have dropped this one so many times already, which is funny because I have not really dropped my Young Living glass ones, but I thought with traveling and stuff, it'd be a better idea to have a metal one. And the fact that it's double walled, my water stays cold in here for so long, and I can still add those essential oils that I want because of that. So I drink a lot of water, and this makes me happy because I can throw it in my purse. And I love the wood grain because that totally goes with my like rustic look. So perfect for me, and I love them. I've seen them at Target too. Like I said, I don't know what the name brand was on this one, but this double walled metal bottles are great. At least this one is. For snacks, this was a snack that we had at Disneyland, and they were called the Pop Chips. And these ones were really cute because they had a Star Wars theme on one pack we bought and a Frozen theme on the other pack. So we loved them. The kids actually did not like them that much, which was a bummer, but my husband and I did. The barbecue ones, and then these were the sea salt. All the barbecue are gone because they were a lot better tasting, but I actually liked the sea salt because it was just kind of, I don't know, just kind of mellow. It wasn't like I said, my tummy, like when we're traveling, needs simple. So they're really great though. So they're not fried, there's no preservatives, no artificial flavorings, cholesterol, synthetic colors, trans fats. They're gluten-free and vegan, so they're really cool for a little snack. They're still 100 calories, so it's not like they're like a calorie per se snack, but they taste good, and they were a great little option instead of potato chips, because we a lot of times eat a lot of Pringles, and I didn't want to do that because that bothers my stomach. So I went with the Pop Chips instead, and I enjoyed those. And I think, oh, the other thing that I tried, and this was from Young Living actually again, was the einkorn pancake and waffle mix. This stuff is really good. I absolutely loved it because it was like hearty breakfast. It wasn't like normally when you eat pancakes and you're hungry again in an hour. These were like a hearty because they're made with the einkorn flour. My daughter did say that they kind of reminded her of horse food. However, I have to say we were out of syrup, and so I ended up just putting a dash of agave nectar on top. And normally we get like this agave nectar syrup mix from Trader Joe's, but we've been out for a while and I haven't made any, so that was partly what it was there was no syrup on their pancakes. They were a little bit bummed. So I'm going to have to try them again when I actually have some of our good syrup and we can actually make them the right way with the syrup to see if the kids are a little more excited about them. But these were I absolutely loved them. So I guess it just depends. If not, we normally do the sourdough waffles and pancakes, and those are really great for you as well. They're not as filling, but they don't hurt your stomach either, if that makes sense. So I know I have like all this stomach stuff, but as long as I'm keeping a track of it and as long as I'm using the products I should be using, as long as I do my probiotics and my digest and cleanse and my digize and don't eat too much greasy, heavy food, my body's okay. It's just I've always had troubles, and I've talked about it a little bit in the video what caused all of it. So it's just something that I have to do now because I didn't take good care of myself before. But there we go. Those are my September favorites. If you guys have some favorites that you like, I'd love to hear about them. Please comment below. Tell me some of your favorite products because I would love to check them out. I'm looking for a great natural makeup foundation. So if you have a recommendation for a natural foundation, I was using 100% pure. And I loved their powders and stuff, but they've unfortunately been adding some things that aren't as good anymore in them. And so I actually pulled my video off of YouTube because I didn't feel like I should be promoting a product that has unfortunately let some of their integrity down. So I kind of see that happening everywhere. I just saw a big thing about it. Some of the big name, like Dr. Bronner's is no longer going to be part of the organic fair trade or organic symbol anymore. He's not going to be part of that. Which that's crazy because I love Dr. Bronner. So, and then there's a couple of Stony, there's another one. So anyways, companies are unfortunately just not holding up to the integrity that, you know, you want them to. And when it comes to organic and natural, products like that, it's really hard because there are no regulations. It's really up to the companies to be trustworthy. And so when you say that you're 100% pure, you know, and you're supposed to be natural and fruit pigment and all that, you kind of expect that. And then all of a sudden you start reading and they're slipping in all these other things. It's like, well, they can technically, they're still guiding by our little regulations that we have, but it's not what I want. So, you know, it is what it is. But if you have a good foundation that you like, that's a natural foundation, I'd love to have a recommendation down below. Please comment and let me know. Or if there's any other products, shampoos or things like that that you like, I would love to hear about them. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a beautiful, blessed day and happy fall.